First example you have here is to find 80% of 120. There are different ways you can figure that out. What I'm going to do is show it to you as a picture. Now what I did was this. I wrote this whole big bar, and I said this whole thing represents the whole thing, which is 120. Makes sense, yes? The whole thing represents the whole thing. And I just cut it up into 10%. And what should all these 10% add up to? Good, let's check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So if we're trying to find 80%, how many of these do we need?
8.
These guys right here, all these guys represent 80%. Now when we're dealing with fractions or parts or anything, we got to cut these up into equal pieces. Now the question is, this 120, how do I cut this up into equal pieces?
You could try 120 divided by 10.
Where'd you get 10 from?
Oh.
Why am I dividing by 10? Yes?
Because 10 is 10.
There are 10 boxes. So 120 divided by 10 boxes is 12. And we'll say per box. So that means this is going to be 12. 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 Now, do I want all of them? How much do I want? 80%, which is 8 boxes. So, to figure out if one box is 12, I do 8 times 12 to figure out 8 boxes. And what'd you get, sir?
96.
Very good. Not 96%, 96. %25 of 210. Any ideas on what you could do to figure this one out? Let's use the picture. So the whole thing represents the whole thing. Should I split this up into 10 pieces? What should I split this up into? So a quarter means 4, right? So split up into 4s. So this is 25%. Oh my, the marker's running out. That's 25%. That's 25%. And this fella is 25%. Now to find 25%, so to do this, you just did 100% divided by 4, correct? And why did I divide by 4? We have 4 boxes. So what should I do to figure out this guy? Good. You divide by 4. 210 divided by 4. How many times is 4 going to 21? 5 times with one. How much left over? 1. How many times is 4 going to 10?
2.
2 left over. How much is left over? I mean, with 2 times, how much is left over?
2.
Well, 10 minus 8 is 2. Let's add a 0.0. How many times is 4 going to 20?
5.
How much left over?
Nothing.
Nothing. So there we go. So 210 divided by 4 is 52.5. So this is a 52.5. This is a 52.5. This, 52.5. And guess what this is? 52.5. All right. Oh, but what's the question again? What is 25% of 210? Well, that's 25%, right? What is the answer? Oh, good. That's our answer. Boom. Pretty simple, huh?
How would we do it if we do not have any pictures?
Well, your goal is to use the pictures to help you figure out what to do. And then when you have a problem that you can't use pictures, you'll say, well, I know what to do, like over there. I looked at this and said, you know what? I want to break it up into 10 boxes. So I'll divide the big number by 10 boxes. I want to know how many 8 of those boxes, so I multiplied by 8. Over here, you do the exact same thing. You look at this and say, you know what? I have this whole thing, and I divide it up into 4 boxes, because I know 25 times 4 is 100. So I make 4 boxes. So I figure out how much is in one box. If I want to know what 3 boxes is, so if I wanted to know 75% of 210, well, I know what 25% is, 52.5. But how many of these make up 75%? 3 of these. So this is 75%. So all I do is 52.5 times 3, which is 150 plus 10 is 160. 160 plus 1.5, 161.5. So you divide by the total number of boxes, then multiply by how many boxes you want to have, or you're trying to find out. So when it comes to anything, you just in your mind picture, I want to cut up into 50 boxes. That means whatever the big number is, divide it by 50. I want to know 2 of those boxes, then multiply by 2. So you use these guys to find a pattern. Once you find the pattern, then you can do the same thing every single time. Divide by the total number of boxes, multiply by how many boxes you're looking for. Simple? I hope you found this nice and simple. If you did, check this video over here. Otherwise, you can try this video right here. Don't forget to click that bell icon if you didn't subscribe. I screwed up again.
Because they're supposed to say keep on that.
No,
No,
because
you
subscribe,
subscribe
then the bell.
and then
No, but the bell.
I don't care. Just keep on mathing.